The river's tent is broken. The last fingers of leaf clutch and sink into the wet bank. The wind crosses the brown land unheard. The nymphs are departed. Sweet Thames, run softly till I end my song. The river bears no empty bottles, sandwich papers, silk handkerchiefs, cardboard boxes, cigarette ends, or other testimony of summer nights. The nymphs are departed. And their friends, the loitering heirs of city directors, departed, have left no addresses. By the waters of Lehman I sat down and wept. Sweet Thames, run softly till I end my song. Sweet Thames, run softly, for I speak not loud or long. But at my back in a cold blast I hear the rattle of the bones, and chuckles spread from ear to ear. A rat crept softly through the vegetation, dragging its slimy belly on the bank, while I was fishing in the dull canal on a winter evening round behind the gas house, musing upon the king my brother's wreck, and on the king my father's death before him. White bodies naked on the low damp ground, and bones cast in a little low dry garret, rattled by the rat's foot only, year to year. But at my back from time to time I hear the sound of horns and motors, which shall bring the Sweeney to Mrs. Porter in the spring. Oh, the moon shone bright on Mrs. Porter and on her daughter. They wash their feet in soda water. They all sit white on moon, shone bright. Whip, whip, whip. Jump, 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 jump. So will the horse. Unreal sight. Under the brown fog of a winter noon, Mr. Eugenides, the Smyrna merchant, unshaven, with a pocketful of currants, CIF London, documents at sight, asked me in demotic French to luncheon at the Cannon Street Hotel, followed by a weekend at the Metropole. Violet hour, when the eyes and back turn upward from the desk, when the human engine waits like a taxi throbbing, waiting. I, Tiresias, though blind, throbbing between two lives, old man with wrinkled female breasts, can see at the violet hour, the evening hour that strives homeward and brings the sailor home from sea, the typist home at tea time, clears her breakfast, lights her stove, and lays out food in tins. Out of the window, perilously spread, her drying combinations touched by the sun's last rays. On the divan, a piled at night again, stockings, slippers, camisoles, and stays. Tiresias, old man with wrinkled rugs, perceived the scene, for joined the rest. I too awaited the expected guest. Flushed and decided, he assaults at once. Exploring hands encounter no defense. His vanity requires no response, admits a welcome of indifference. And I, Tiresias, have forsuffered all enacted on this same divan here.
Just a bunch of paper catching fire.
I, who have sat by thieves below the wall, walked among the lowest of the dead, bestows one final patronizing kiss, and gropes his way, finding the stairs unlit. She turns and looks a moment in the glass, hardly aware of her departed lover. Her brain allows one half-formed thought to pass. Well, now that's done, and I'm glad it's over. Beside a public bar in Lower Thames Street, the pleasant whining of a mandolin, and a clatter and a chatter from within, where fishmen lounge and loom, where the walls of Magnus Mater hold inexplicable splendor of Ionian white and gold. Barges drift with the turning tide, red sails wide to lure swing from the heavy smile. The barges wash drifting logs down Greenwich Beach past the Isle of Dogs. Wa-la-la-la, wa-la-la-la. Elizabeth and Leicester beating oars, the stern was formed a gilded shell, red and gold, the brisk swell rippled both shores. Southwest wind carried downstream the peal of bells, white tower. Wa-la-la-la, wa-la-la-la. Richmond and Kew, undimmed. By Richmond I raised my knees, supine on the floor of the narrow canoe. My feet are at Moorgate and my heart under my feet. After the event, he went. He promised a new start. I made no comment. What should I resent? On Margate sands, I can connect nothing with nothing. The broken fingernails and dirty hands. Like people, humble people who expect nothing. La, la. To Carthage then I came. Burning, 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 burning. O Lord, thou pluckest me out. O Lord, thou pluckest burning. Libas the Phoenician fought like dead, forgot the cry of gulls and the deep sea swell and the profit of loss. The current under sea picked his bones in whispers. As he rose and fell, he passed the stages of his age and youth, entering the world. Gentile or Jew, O you who turn the wheel and look to windward, consider Phoebus, who was once handsome and tall. After the torchlight red on sweaty faces, after the frosty silence in the gardens, after the agony in stony places, the shouting and the crying, prison and palace and reverberation of thunder and spring over distant mountains, he who was living is now dead. We who were living are now dying, with a little patience. Here is no water, but only rock. Rock and no water and the sandy road, the road winding above among the mountains, which are mountains of rock without water. If there were water, we should stop and drink. Amongst the rock, one cannot stop or think. Sweat is dry and feet are in the sand. If there were only water amongst the rock, dead mountain mouth of carious teeth that cannot spit. Here one can neither stand, nor lie, nor sit. There is not even silence in the mountains, but dry, sterile thunder without rain. There is not even solitude in the mountains, but red, sullen faces sneer and snarl from doors of mud-cracked houses. If there were water and no rock, if there were rock and also water, and water, a spring, a pool among the rock, if there were the sound of water only, not the cicada and dry grass singing, but sound of water over a rock, where the hermit thrush sings with light trees, drip drop, drip drop, drip drop, and there is no water. Here's the third water. When I count them, when I begin, when I look again on the white rock, there is always another one
Thank you.